Okay, the other video sort of cut off in the middle of example 5, so I'm just going to start with example 5 and finish this off. If I'm starting at a place where you already had the answer, you can just fast forward it. Professional baseball player Michael Oliver earns $1,715,000 a year playing baseball. Last year, an autobiography that he written sold 300,000 copies at a price of $24 each. He received 10% in royalties on the book sales. What was his total salary last year? And so first we want to see if there was 300,000 copies sold at $24 each. Let's get his total sales first. So grab your calculators, multiply that for me. 300 times 24. I'm getting 7,200,000. So then he gets 10% royalties on the book sales, so we just take 10% of that. So I'm getting 720,000. Okay, Brianna's a real estate agent. She earns 3% commission on each sale that she makes. Last month she sold one house for 420,000 and another for 650. So you can do this in two ways. You can do each sale transaction, 3% of each. So 420,000 times 0.03. It means she made 12,600 on this house, and then 650,000 times 0.03. 650,000 times 0.03. The only tricky part about these is to make sure you're typing in the right number of zeros, because we get into pretty big numbers when we're talking about commissions and royalties. Now add those two commissions up. So what's the other way you could have done this? You could have added the total sales first together and then done times the 0.03. So either way you did it, I hope you got an answer of 32,100 in commissions for the month. So can you see the potential of real estate sales? But what if you don't sell a house? What's your earnings for that month? Well, your earnings would be zero. So if you sell at least one house, $12,000, pretty good. But is it common for new realtors to not have any sales? Yes, it is. So you have to consider that. There's so many real estate agents out there. What's going to make you stand out over and above? Maxwell has a job selling magazine subscriptions by phone. He makes a base salary of $12.60 per hour plus 5% commission on sales. If he worked 35 hours and sold 230 worth of subscriptions, what's his gross pay? So we do $12.60 per hour for his 35 hours. Go ahead and grab your calculator and do that. I'm getting a total of 441. Check me on that. And then it's plus 5% commissions on his sales of $230. So 0.05 of his 230 in sales is a big $11.50. What do you think? Is that worth it? All right, add that up. 441 plus 1150 is 452.50. And that's pay for the week. So maybe that's not so bad, right? For a whole week. McMahon Travel pays $16 per hour plus 8% commission on trips booked. The owner's son works 20 hours last week and booked trips for $2,100. What was his gross pay? So $16 per hour. He worked 20 hours last week. Grab your calculators and multiply that. I'm getting 320. And then he made 8% commission, 0.08 of the 2,100 in sales. So 0.08 times 2,100, $168 in commission. So add his total hourly plus his commission. This is his total weekly pay. You got it, 488. Liz works in a local factory and gets 92 cents for the first 100 units she produces and $1.01 for each over 100. Yesterday she produced 120 units. So 0.92 times the first 100 units is $92. And then there was an extra 20 units over. So for those 20 units, she made $1.01. So 1.01 times those 20 units is $20.20. So now add that together. $92 plus the $20.20. And let's get her total amount for one day. $112.20. Okay, what do you think for one day of work? Is that good or bad? $112. Hector works in a factory. He receives a salary of $12 per hour and piecework pay of 12 cents per unit produced. Last week, he worked 38 hours and produced 755 units. What is his piecework pay? What is his total hourly pay? And then his total pay. So 12 per hour, and he worked 38 hours. There's his hourly. Piecework is 12 cents per unit, and he made 755 units. And then the total pay will be adding these together. So take a minute, please, and see what you're going to get for that. Hopefully you got this at 90 and 60 cents. Hopefully you got this at 456. Total pay, 546 and 60 cents. What would the total weekly salary be if she produced 0 units? Then it would just be this hourly. So maybe if they don't have her on production that week, they just have her working in the office or doing some other type of job, and she produces 0 units, she still just gets paid her hourly. All right, that is it. Sorry that other video cut off. Hopefully you've got them all complete now, and you're starting to get a feel for these other types of pay.